Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew. The lost of thy holy tongue. And I said, Welcome to the elders and apostles, Akim, Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson of the World War III news updates as of June the 13th, 2026, on this Saturday afternoon. And this is from RT.com. As of June the 13th, 2026, it reads, it says Sweden warns of Russia-NATO conflict is relatively near future. Right, because we've been having rising tensions with heating up between the European Union and NATO, which is allies, versus Russia. And then we've been seeing NATO and Russia's been heating up as well too. In Belarus and Russia together versus NATO, been heating up, on and off, back and forth as of late. It said 3 civilians injured by a Ukrainian attack in the southern Russian city. Russian-Ukraine conflict. Right, so these Russian. So this Russia versus NATO heating up, and Russia-Ukraine situation heating up as well. This is the book of Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's what we're seeing. This is Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth the disgrace of nations will perplex sea one. Right, so we're seeing the disgrace of nations will perplex sea one, and we're going to continue to see more signs of that. This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. It says, and if a kingdom be divided, except the kingdom not stand. Right, so we're seeing the modern day nations and modern day kingdoms are being divided. This is going to continue to increase, and that's what we're seeing. This is North Korea. I think South Korea. Yep, South Korea. Recent purchase. Sales from America. Yeah, it says South Korea made several major purchases from the U.S., most notably a $292 million foreign military sales of the 70 M128 advanced medium range air-to-air missile. Right, and that's what I think North Korea had called them out for that. Let me see, right, North Korea. North Korea called out. Yeah, this is a. Yeah, it says this is from Reuters, June 12th, 2026 at 4:29 p.m. You know, as we've been seeing, the rising tensions have been heating up between North Korea and South Korea. So I just had a side note to that. And this is a news article updated 14 hours ago, June 12th, 2026 at 4:29 p.m. And it reads, North Korea condemns U.S. missile sales approved to South Korea. The KCNA says North Korea foreign minister condemns a U.S. decision to approve the sales of advanced air-to-air missile and related equipment to South Korea, warning the move could worsen tensions on the Korean Peninsula. It says state media KCNA said on Saturday. The ministry director, general internal policy said in a statement carried by the KCNA that the military cooperation between Washington and Seoul has become systematically strengthening despite what it calls an international concern over the rising tensions in around the peninsula. It's the book of Joel. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, right? Because the latest couple of weeks ago with North Korea been firing and testing their AI warfare capability against the amended tests that they have against South Korea and Japan. And then they recent missile launches, I believe it was like last month, they did over there recently over there in Japan. Because, Japan, they be on high alert. That's why they've been having heavy talks and more military talks between, I believe, South Korea, Japan, and the United States. That recent news article that I just seen this world too. It says, beat your plowshares and swords and appointments of the spears like the Luke Armstrong. Right, so these are armies of nations that rise against the adversaries. So now start seeing the Luke Armstrong, especially from North Korea with their new capability. So as it says again, North Korea condemned U.S. missile sales approved by South Korea, the KCNA reports. Right, so that's only going to stir up more tension between North Korea and South Korea and Japan. Mostly particular North Korea versus South Korea. Because a couple of weeks ago, or last month, I think North Korea has deployed some military artillery between the borders of Korea and between the borders of North Korea and South Korea. That lets you know throughout the years and recently, tensions been escalated between North Korea and South Korea. And this is from the AI Google search overview. North Korea strongly condemns a nearly $300 million U.S. State Department approval for the sales of advanced air-to-air missiles related to the equipment to South Korea pre-Yang. Foreign minister labeled the transaction as a war export and a proactive military buildup, warning that the deal highlights a tensions on the Korean Peninsula. It says key details of the combination. The deal approves foreign military sales, features a 70 70 advanced A-120C, a medium-range air-to-air missiles. The response, a director general from North Korea, foreign minister, stated that the U.S. and South Korea are systematically escalating regional tensions. As Pyongyang states, North Korea vows to continue to build up its self-defense materials capability in order to maintain a military balance of power. It's the book of Revelations that I'm closing out. It's the book of Revelations, 11 verse 14. The second will pass before the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass before the third will come quickly. Luke 21 verse 10. Right, things to come. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So with that, hopefully this World War III news updates was edifying as of June the 13th, 2026 on Saturday afternoon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and his own begotten Son, Hashem, and Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Hebrew, the lost master of the tongue. I say welcome to the elders and apostles, Wahak and Akaf. So next time, I would say Kol Mashallah, and above all, Shalom.